Hello, everybody. I guess it's time to talk about Team Tour, isn't it? Um, well, I mean, as I said in a previous video, one of the first week was a lot of kind of high rolly, and it wasn't really making for that interesting of content. Um, and so I just decided to have a filler video instead. This week it hasn't actually ended yet. Like we're down 2-1 in terms of sets. And spoiler, I did lose this set 3-4. This is just one of the games from it. But I honestly want to just use this video to talk about other things relating to Team Tour. Specifically, like, how I think you should treat it um, as an event, I suppose. Because I've found recently, like, with sets like these, where I've just played nothing but Turtle Pack, that I've kind of just not had as much fun. And I think part of that is because Turtle Pack has inherently got less quote-unquote cool stuff. Um, there are cool interactions for sure, but there's nothing like, for instance, with Star Pack, how you can get a food perk from any pack, or with Unicorn Pack, how you can get like a stat food from any pack, or you get like a tier 6 perk, you get like tomato and things. There's nothing particularly like that in Turtle Pack. There's nothing that really interacts with things outside the pack. Like, even Puppy Pack has like Anglerfish, for example, to interact with stuff in a non-mirror. So if you're playing Puppy Pack and you're playing against, say, Golden Pack, you can like steal a Niala and get Trumpet or something like that. And I think even though it's kind of rare where that's like correct, I think it is really fun when you can do something like that. And Turtle doesn't really have anything like that. And from a design standpoint, it makes sense. Like, if I was designing a game like this, I would want the first pack that people play and the pack that everyone has access to be fairly simple. And, like, it's very easy to understand any pet that you want to understand in Turtle Pack. You can, like, pause, look at this, go, oh, friend ahead attacks, gain +2/+2, okay. Sure, we need the friend ahead to attack as many times as possible. Let's put it behind a big thing, or let's put it behind a summon. And, like, I think that's fairly easy to understand. Um, but because it's the kind of meta pack right now, and because people still for some reason think I'm a one seat, but that's neither here nor there. Um, I've never understood that, by the way. I don't know what people are saying when they say that. Like that just you're just saying words, but regardless, I think like as a one seed, it's kind of expected that I just play the meta pack, play the pack that gets wins. And Turtle Pack does get wins, but it just feels so boring. And I don't know, I feel like I almost play better when I have access to fun things to do and like more unique interactions. I don't think this is something I've talked about, but I tend to do a lot better in things like um, random pack tourneys and things like that. Like when I see a random pack for the first time, I can look at it and go like, okay, here's the cool stuff that we can do in this pack. Here's the stuff that my opponent might not expect to play around, and things like that. As an example, there is a SEP Summit trail. If you don't know what SEP Summit is, I'll link you to their Twitch channel in the description. You can look at some of the VODs there. But SEP Summit has a trail that's currently going on with like random packs, and I had a game against, or I had a set against None Left where the random pack we used had like Goblin Shark Seaweed, which was really fun to work with because then you had to kind of work under the limitations of like, okay, I need to buff this to beyond the point of where Goblin Shark can eat it. Which in that pack specifically was pretty difficult to do. Just cool stuff like that, man. Like to be fair, I wouldn't have known about the Goblin Shark Seaweed interaction if I hadn't seen like a video of Troubadour messing with it and things like that. But it's still very helpful. And I love just discovering the small little interactions like that between things that you never thought would be synergistic in any way. That's why I make some of the teams that I make on this channel even, like, it's just cool to make, a video where you can keep resummoning Lusco over and over again, and, like, I just like doing it. I like theory crafting a lot more than actually coming up with the team. But I think, the way that Team Tour is structured is, like, good for the wider community, but bad for me specifically. Which sounds like a really stupid thing to complain about, and really I'm not complaining about it. I think it's good the way that Team Tour is currently organized. I think it's very good, because it encourages new players to just hop in and be able to learn stuff really quickly. Like, with my team, I've been having a lot of fun coaching, like, Emmy and Nemo and even to some extent Henking. Like, I've just been... It's been really fun to teach them, like, how to properly play the game with Turtle Pack, and, like, how to beat this pack, how to beat that pack. That's really fun to do. I really like doing that. But, unfortunately, from, like, a player perspective, I want to have fun playing the game, which, you know... Sounds weird, like, if this game wasn't fun, why would I have, like... however many hours on it. It's a very absurd amount of hours that you don't want to hear, probably. Also, I think I actually win this fight if the snake hits the flea. I'm just looking back on this now, after the fact, because I think this was the closest game, and I think this was the game that I realistically should have won out of all of them. But I didn't. And, like, this actually costed me the whole set. But look, I'm not here to talk about the game. What do you think this is? Like a normal YouTube video of Zap? What is it supposed to be informative? But like, yeah, I do still like Sap. This isn't like a, oh, Sap is a terrible game, I hate Sap kind of run. It's more just like a, you know, I wish that I could play at the top level and also still have as much fun as I do like when I'm theory crafting stuff. I think that would be nice. I would really like to be in a spot where I can play some of the more fun packs instead. And so this is kind of which is the main point of this video is to kind of say, like, I think I'm going to change some stuff around where I'm going to start playing other packs in set. Partially because I've been in every Team Tour season, mostly playing Turtle Pack, and if I play it any more, I think I'm going to go insane. Because, like, there's only so much you can do with Turtle Pack. But also because I want to do fun things, and Turtle Pack, like, I don't know how to explain it other than it just doesn't feel like my pack. It just does not feel like a pack that I am, like, interested in. I've kind of figured out all there is to figure out. And, like, sure, in practice, I'm not gonna play perfectly. Like, just because you have everything figured out doesn't mean you'll play perfectly in practice. This game is proof of that if you've been, like, paying attention. But I still wanna try and do other packs. for sure. But that's the game. Yeah, like I guess it's kind of weird from my perspective because with Team Tour, I have been in every season so far, and like I've gotten to the finals multiple times and not won yet. I think I saw a statistic that was like out of everybody who's been in every season of Team Tour, there are only two of us that haven't won yet, and it's me and Kyogre, like the best player in the world right now. So like it's a pretty funny statistic, but it's also very sad at the same time because I want to be able to branch off of this game. Realistically, I don't know if that's going to be like on YouTube or on Twitch or whatever it's going to be on. Um, but I want to be able to branch away from this game at some point, but I also don't want to leave it without having like done anything. Um, yeah, follow my Twitch if you want more rants like this. I go on one every single time I lose a set ever. Um, follow Sap Summit. I I think that's it. I think that's all I have to talk about really. Um, that's about it. Have a wonderful day, I guess.